Senator Dio Wang.
Thank you, Mr. President. My question without notice is to the Minister for Rural Health, Minister Nash. The Minister would be aware of the valuable support and policy work carried out by the Services for Australian Rural and Remote Allied Health, SARA. This organisation holds a grassroots membership, and this is the focus of my question. Why would the scholarship funding administered by SARA be cut from $11.4 million to $7.2 million per annum, given allied health has always been underrepresented in the financial provision of scholarships?
The Minister for Rural Health, Senator Nash.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and I thank Senator Wang for his question. I am a great supporter of the work of SARA. Indeed, just this week I was very privileged to be at a dinner that they were holding for one of the young people that has been a beneficiary of one of their internal scholarships. There is absolutely no doubt that allied health is incredibly important when it comes to health service delivery in rural and regional areas, and indeed it was a discussion I was having with them just a couple of days ago. But we do have to be mindful as the government that our scholarships are appropriate, efficient and well targeted. So across a range of areas at the moment we are reviewing the scholarship arrangements. We need to make sure that the taxpayers' dollars that we are responsible for are effectively spent and efficiently spent. It certainly doesn't detract from the work that SARA do. Indeed, as I've said, they prosecute the case very well for allied health services across our rural and regional communities. But we do, Mr. President, as the government, have to be responsible. We have to make sure that we are managing the taxpayers' dollars that we are responsible for in a very efficacious and, as I say, responsible way. So we will be looking at SARA, we will be looking at things across a range of areas when it comes to scholarships to make sure they are targeted and giving us what we need, which is better health outcomes in rural and regional areas.
Thank you, Minister. Supplementary question, Senator Wang.
Thank you. Will the Minister review the decision to tender out the administration of these scholarships from next year, given SARA is a professionally run not-for-profit and has an inherent support mechanism given its large and active professional membership?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. President. No, I'm not going to give that commitment. What I will do is say that broadly, this government is going to make sure that the scholarships we fund deliver what we need, and that is better health outcomes across rural and regional areas. Now, we will make some decisions on that basis that are going to be financially sound and at the same time make sure that we deliver for rural and regional communities the health services that they need. I am well aware, Mr. President, of the importance of allied health out in our rural and regional communities. Indeed, there's been a lot of discussion recently around multidisciplinary teams in rural and regional areas, how we need to have our allied health professionals working with our GPs collectively to make sure we deliver those health outcomes in the rural and regional communities.
Thank you, Minister. Final supplementary question, Senator Wang.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will offer two examples of allied health scholarships at work in remote WA communities. First, a placement at the Kimberley Mental Health Service in Broome, and second, an occupational therapy placement at Kununurra that has led to an ongoing working relationship in that community. How will the Minister, whilst improving the efficiency of the scholarships, maintain or retain positive results like these?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. President. As somebody from a regional community that spends every day working with people out in these communities, I am absolutely focused on positive results, Mr. President. Unlike those opposite, actually, Mr. President, who clearly don't have enough respect for the issue to listen to the question that Senator Wang has asked and to listen to the answer.
On my left.
Unlike those opposite, Mr. President, it is the coalition government that is focused on rural and regional communities. And I can indeed indicate to the Senator my absolute commitment to ensuring that we get those positive results that Senator Wang was indeed talking about. And it is this coalition government that is going to do that in an economically responsible way, at the same time delivering those positive results for rural and regional communities.
Thank you, Minister.